Hey, what's up? It's sign time with another little Dragon Ball Xeno Multiverse news video. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's been like 2 months since the last Dragon Ball Xeno Multiverse video that I made. But hey, man, you're for a treat because I don't know if you noticed, but game's getting reopened on the 10th now. No, a lot of times in the past, Dragon Ball Xeno Multiverse has let us down. So I'm not saying you get your expectations up. I'm just telling you what you should be expecting to see. By all rights, if these do not appear in game at any moment, go off, because like we can't keep having this injustice, right? So that being said, if you enjoy this content, if you want to see more of this in future Dragon Ball Xeno Multiverse videos and also videos on other types of content, maybe like, maybe subscribe. That being said, let's get into what we're going to be talking about and discussing about what to expect in the new Dragon Ball Xeno Multiverse. So starting it off, I'm going to be going in order from what's seen as the most previous to the most recent things leading up to the release. So actually, I'll probably have it a little tag link show up in the video right now about the video that I made 2 months ago, because a lot of that stuff we're probably going to be going over in the beginning. I might not mention all the things I already mentioned in that video. Just make sure you check that out if you haven't. But so what we are going to expect in this big update: revamped mobile. You're going to see forms for Majin. Majin's going to get its transformations and absorption abilities, and you're also going to have cutscene options, kind of like an thing. I forgot the name of the one game. There's no point in thinking about it now. And so also in this, you're going to probably want to be expecting transformation power level requirements to increase, because he did say that multiple times that it's probably going to be increasing. So don't get your hopes up, or don't get mad or sad if you lose any transformations that you had before. Mind you, power levels are not being reset. Your character data is getting reset, but your power levels are staying. And that's because they're going to be adding more customization options as well in this update. Now, what you can expect to see from that are things like face design, sitting animations, charging animations, stances, blocking, deflecting, flying, and things like that. And so this is actually going to probably be a pretty cool part of the update, being able to see that. It'll give more diversity. Also, there's going to be a role-play mode. I'm not sure if that's guaranteed to still be being added, but if that still exists, bravo. Speaking of modes, let's talk about the new game modes. Now, actually, no, I'll save that later, because that's a bit more important. We'll save that for later. So, they're also going to have customization for your hair on top of those customization options. And that hair, you're going to be able to, it says that you'll be able to customize the transformation hair. Now, I don't expect it to be too crazy. Like, I don't think, like, if you go Super Saiyan, it's going to look like a Super Saiyan 3's hair or something like that. That sounds a little bit out of whack, but apparently they're supposed to be adding more options like that. And with this customization update, I guess there's going to be, like, you're going to have more key colors, face selections, and stuff like that. There's going to be more colors to choose from when doing this. Probably being able to color individual parts of your body and clothes and stuff like that. And then if we go on forward, beyond this, once you load into the actual game, there should be a new combo system. So that's going to be being changes to combat. And so the combat should work a little bit differently. It shouldn't be as wacky and tweaking and stuff like that. Like, it should work out pretty fine. You should be able to fight without there being much lag or anything like that. Also, speaking of lag, there is going to be a new map replacing the old open world maps. Before, if you remember, you joined the game in open world, you'd spawn in Dimension City, you'd choose where you wanted to go, or you would simply go on the map and select different locations, and you have to travel between them. There's not going to be any way for you to do that anymore, since the map is going to be all of the locations in one single map. Now, a lot of you probably hearing this be like, oh, it's probably going to be lagging and stuff like that. I myself have actually tested the map out. It's not that bad. And I, for one, have horrible Wi-Fi, so I can attest to the lag actually is not that bad. Yeah, like, it's a little bit laggier than, like, maybe the normal map, but it's not really by as much as you would expect. It's very good and well optimized for what it's supposed to be. And also, it's going to be supposedly a sale on release day, so make sure on release, if you want to get all this stuff that you may have missed before, make sure you grab it while you can, because that's definitely not going to be lasting forever. And speaking of things well, no, that's a really bad segment. Whatever. Raid bosses are going to be being added. Now that's pretty exciting. I'm actually gonna show up on screen the raid boss experience gains, things that you get from raid bosses and other quests and stuff like that. So it's actually looking like pretty interesting. Seems like there's gonna be a lot more to do because if you remember before, when you play the game, like you mainly be trying to gain power, and there wasn't really a whole lot of other ways to gain power besides just like sitting in like the time chamber or the god chamber and just like punching people. It was really boring. People would set up macros and exploits and stuff like that, and it was like really wacky. The game was not fun at all. But this is actually kind of like compelling you to do all these other things that are actually going to give you rewards supposedly quicker for the more work that you put in. And it's really giving a reason for you to go into game modes a lot more. Now, speaking of game modes, as I was going to say before, we are getting new game modes, as you may have guessed. So in these game modes, I already said roleplay mode, we should be getting a tournament mode. Now, this is pretty interesting because we have the Tournament of Power, which is like a team battle, but this is like a proper tournament. You're set up in brackets with people, and you go through these different stages. It's like a world of martial arts tournament, and whoever gets to the end gets a massive reward. And I'm assuming that they're gonna get a lot of like rank points and stuff like that. So this actually sounds like an optimal way to grind, especially if you're really into like the PvP aspects of the game and stuff. And this is also gonna give you a lot of time to like build up those skills. It actually seems really fun. It's a very good way. I think it's better than just like normal ranked matches and team ranked matches because like you're really running an entire gauntlet just to see like how much you progress in like your skill and stuff like that. Now, of course, these game modes don't really involve power level, so it's really going to just be skill based. So that's like a really good way to get up your skill. I mean, think about it. That's actually really fun, and a lot of people have been wanting stuff like this for a while since the game released. And so that's really about all that I have for you right now. Of course, there's things that have yet to be revealed. And actually, after this video, once the game has released, I'm going to be making a video about how to get into stuff on release. So be looking forward to that around February 10th, which is the official release date. No more delays, supposedly. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, make sure you check out the previous video if you hadn't already, which already explains like some of the older stuff that I may have not touched up on this video. And with that out the way, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you can't wait to be excited for that Dragon Ball Xeno Multiverse game. If you see me in game, say hi, because I am going to be in the game a lot. With that, sign time out. Yeah, real quick, completely slipped my mind, forgot to mention story mode is going to be added too, so look forward to that as well.